Welcome back. The bustling township of Tembisa is alive with vibrant colors, rich cultural displays and diverse artistic expressions of the BRICS Nations. Boss Ladies, a prominent organization committed to empowering women in the arts, is hosting the inaugural two-day Arts, Culture and Heritage Festival in Tembisa, themed showcasing the BRICS Nations. This event aims to celebrate and showcase the artistic talents, the cultural heritage and the creative entrepreneurship of BRICS Nations. Boss Lady Holding Executive Director Tshidi Molefe joins us now in studio to tell us more. Tshidi, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
It's an absolute pleasure. First of all, tell us about the inspiration behind showcasing the BRICS Nations. What's that concept all about?
The concept came from South Africa, having hosted BRICS Summit in Sandton.
Okay.
A day or a week before that, we took BRICS to the township in Soweto to say that to BRICS, we are a township economy people, we are South Africans, and we are able to promote the township economy.
Okay.
From that concept then, we decided to take BRICS to Tembisa, where we are hosting an inaugural arts and culture in Tembisa Festival. This is a first event hosted by a female Black-owned company. We are doing this for the township. We are doing this for the people of South Africa.
Right. And what made you choose BRICS Nations specifically for this festival?
We are part of the BRICS, and the BRICS now has other countries that have joined in.
Yeah.
So it's a BRICS plus. We are saying we are not an isolated township. We are saying we are not an isolated nation. We are able to host other nations in the township, specifically in Tembisa.
Yeah. Now, Tshidi, can you elaborate on the significance of promoting the arts, the culture, the heritage, in fostering collaboration amongst the BRICS countries?
Arts and culture somehow is an isolated concept, or it's an isolated creative space. There's been many events leading to this one. There's been a Women's Day, there's been a Boy Talk event, and arts and culture in our township was a sort of isolated. So we thought, let us bring back this concept so that we educate the upcoming children of South Africa, the youth of our township, to say that this is our heritage. Let us know where we come from. Let us not forget being an African child. Hence, we are promoting this Arts and Culture Festival.
Yeah, it's a valid point you just made there. And it leads to my next question as to how far we are as a country in terms of imparting the youth with the relevant skills so that they know that they can actually make arts and culture their means of livelihood, and not just as a hobby.
We, as the Boss Ladies, this is our first event that you are hosting this year. Our intention is not to have this as a once-off. As it is, after this event next week, we are having our discussion. We are intending to have this event in the next 5 years. Next year, we are intending to have this event over the 5 days.
Okay.
We have already designed that the first day will be creative, the second day will be other events. Eventually, we are going to have a 5 days full event, which will lead as a tourist attraction to Tembisa, so that we change the narrative that we are known of Tembisa being a high risk in terms of crime. So Tembisa is a beautiful township with beautiful people, with beautiful concept. So this is going to be an ongoing thing.
And Tembisa is always a buzz.
Tembisa is a buzz.
Right. And how do you envision this festival benefiting the local people of Tembisa?
What we have done as Boss Ladies, we have adopted a Tembisa Self-Help Association, or people living with disability. We have adopted that as a CSI project, where we are going to say the intakings that we're getting from this, a percentage of that will be given back to that community. It is a community that is led by Ubabu Gezani Ndlovu, and it has over 120 members. So we are saying we are doing this event so that we can give back to that community of the disabled people, of which we hosted them yesterday. We had about 60 who attended the first event. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, yeah. And after the event, I'm sure you'll just sit down with your colleagues or your community members and just do a post-mortem of this festival and how it went and whether it achieved your goals and objectives. What are some of these goals specifically that you want to achieve through this festival?
Number one is job creation in the township.
Okay.
Number two is empowering the women in the township, not only in Tembisa, including surrounding areas as well.
Fair enough.
That is why today we are hosting a cultural group that comes as far as Gwandebele. They are joining us today in the event. So our mission is just to curb the poverty that we are finding ourselves in, and to say that let us not sit in the corner. Let us all jump into this wagon and make it happen. So we are not leaving anyone behind, as stated by our first citizen, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. No one will be left behind in this project of arts and culture.
I'm quite keen to know if there's any special collaborations from artists or groups from the other BRICS nations that you hope to incorporate into this festival.
We are waiting for a Chinese community that has indicated that they will want to come and join us. Well, we are hoping that they will confirm. So we are in talks with them. They might show up today. And yes, we are hoping for them to come through. And we don't know, maybe there's a surprise for us when we get back to the event in terms of other BRICS nations joining us. But we have extended an invite through the Department of ECO.
How do you plan to engage the community in terms of, just getting their buy-in and support this particular festival for their own benefit, of course?
We have done our background. We have done our intensive marketing. We have a company, OPC, that is behind this initiative. They are fully supporting us. They've also advertising on their social media. We've advertised on our social media in the township, LinkedIn, just to say to the community of Tembisa, come, here we are. I also belong to a number of forums in the community. I've also advertised there. So we have business forums in the township. We have a TEXA, who is behind this initiative at a national level. We have TechVest. A number of membership are out there. So we're not only expecting people from Tembisa, we are expecting people from Ekurhuleni and surrounding areas. So we do have a big buy-in in terms of communities.
Just listening to you, I get so excited about this festival, Just paint a picture of how it'll be looking like, what will be happening on the day.
We are having 5 cultural groups that are attending today. We're having youth members that are attending today. We have cultural groups that will be showcasing in isiNdebele, Sesotho, Xitsonga, Amaxhosa, and we have youth members that are coming in with the Pansula dance. So we have extended the scope to include women, youth, and when we mean youth, we mean both female and young men, men and young.
Right.
Yes.
Where in Tembisa?
It is going to be held at T-shirt, which is opposite Tembisa Plaza.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Doors are opening at 10 o'clock until 1700 hours. Depending on the mood, we might stay until late.
Right.
So we are still expecting people to come in today.
How do we get there, like in terms of the tickets?
We are asking for a 50 rands at the door.
Okay.
The reason why we're doing that, as I've explained earlier, the part of the intakings will be donated to T-shirt, which is people living with disability.
Okay.
To say that as boss ladies, thank you for supporting us. We are giving back to the community.
Boss ladies making boss moves.
We're hoping.
Lovely chatting to you.
Thank
All the
you
best,
so much.
and I certainly hope that it goes well.
Thank you for having us, and I would like to thank our sponsors who are fully behind us. OPC, Tony, who is the MD, Ayabulela, who is fully behind this in terms of community development, and we have the minister who's coming in today, the Honorable Marupini, and we have Department of Sports and Arts and Culture that are supporting us today. So we are truly thankful for that opportunity.
Great stuff.
And thanks to you, SABC.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Eh?
Thank you.
Great stuff. Well, that was Tshidi Molefe, the Executive Director of Boss Lady Holdings, that's hosting the first two-day Tembisa Arts, Culture and Heritage Festival. It kickstarted yesterday and it continues today as they're showcasing, just showcasing the vibrancy of the BRICS nations.